Hello and welcome to this week's Sunday show. Now, I know that I've got a guest here, but he hasn't really identified who he is yet. So we're just going to, I'm just going to start talking and see who's here. Um, so I'm just going to allow him to speak through me. He says that God has sent him and that it is important that people hear his words. And he is telling me that he is doing God's work. And this is important that these words are listened to as many people as possible. He says that his time in the spirit world is one where he has to create much organization and much detail, and he has to organize all the spirits that are coming across to the spirit world, and he decides and organizes what is best suited for them and where they would go in the spirit world. Because he says that there are many areas within the spirit world that are important for an individual's growth. And he controls and organizes all these different sections of the spirit world to enable people to have the absolute maximum amount of growth that possibly could be had. He says that initially, when it was decided that this structure should be set up in the spirit world, and he's talking about thousands of years ago, he says that it was quite simple in the way that they've structured it. But as time has gone on, they've structured it more and more and more. And so what he's saying is that when anyone comes to our world and is in need of healing and love and support and help from their lives and help to grow and become better people, there is a place for them here that will give them all that is needed. He says that he prides himself that in all that has been organized. And he says that he has regular meetings with God and speaks to him about what can be done to improve our world and what can be done to improve things for the people that are coming across. He says that he never really is flummoxed or finds difficulty when a new soul comes across, because he has such a wonderful structure that enables people to grow and feel secure in our world. He's talking about some of the environments, and he says that the one of the environments that he takes personal pride in is that when someone has been particularly abused on the earth plane, he has a section that brings such wonderful healing and brings much light to their soul and helps them to let go of the difficulties that they've experienced on the earth plane. And he says that this is something that he really was keen to set up some time ago. And he says that once he had set this up, he found that it was so much easier for the souls that came forward because they recovered more quickly and were able to go on to either their next lives or to their next job that they had to do in heaven or the kingdom of light. He says that one of the things that he is very strong on in the spirit world, and he maintains this quite with much discipline, is that he says that in every area, the area must be filled with light. And so he does a lot of preparation and a lot of work trying to fill the areas with light and enable people to feel at ease when they enter the areas that have been designated for them. He says that there are some cases where people have come to the earth planes, come to the spirit world, and he has looked at them and felt that something different is required for that person. And so what he does in those situations is he will personally attend to them and help them in gaining their, feeling secure and their healing, and being able to move on to the next stage. Because he never wants to disappoint a human soul. He never wants for anyone to feel like they are not considered or thought about, or something has gone wrong. He says that the other day, God came and spoke to him and said to him that he was rather proud of what he had achieved in the time that he has been organizing these sections in the spirit world. And he says that his response to God was that he thanked God for being proud, but he also said to God, I couldn't have done this without you, because you showed me how to do this in the first place, and you gave me so much light that could be given to many people, and you gave me the ability to give healing to those people that come across. So the important thing to remember is that each person that comes across to their world is given healing and given love and given support, and nothing is missed in their growth and their ability to move on to the next stage of their lives. He's very happy to talk to you as the master of life in the spirit world. And I'm saying to you, so I'm switching now to myself, and I'm saying, so if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell. I'm sure we have some interesting people coming through who's going to come through next week. See you next week. Goodbye.